Hello, you're welcome to this discussion. Let me start by saying that confidence is something you can develop. You can develop confidence. All right? If you think you are lacking there, it's something you can develop. If anybody has had issue with confidence, I, for one, I suffered it for years. And if I can overcome it, you can overcome it. And that is why I'm making this video for you to discuss how to develop self-confidence. Your self-confidence can be developed. All right, I remain your facilitator, Marco Achibu, today. And permit me to start by saying that majority of us probably want to be little more confident than we are today. And to be frank with you, confidence is something that is wired. If it is not there, it's easy to notice it's there. It's not there. If it is there, it's easy to notice that it's there. It's not something that you need to begin to think whether it exists or not. For instance, in most recruitment processes, recruitment managers often watch out for it. Sometimes that is their key target. How do we identify the person who has demonstrated confidence enough to deliver for us in this job? All right, and that is why it's something you need to be deliberate in watching out to develop. Okay, having said that, I want to also say that it's something that is easily misunderstood. Confidence is different from arrogance. Confidence is different from pride. Sometimes, if you see people who have low self-confidence, if they are not well guided and they want to break out of it, you may see them begin to show a level of arrogance, thinking it's confidence. No, it comes with all humility, but yet it positions the person to know that this person has this threat we are looking out for. All right, so it's not something you need to begin to search whether it's there or not. Now, let me say to you that confidence is a state of mind. It has a lot to do with your mind here, and that is part of why you need to guard your heart when you want to build self-confidence. You need to guard what happens around your heart. It is that state of mind that makes someone move or talk or act, with swagger. That when you see the person doing things, you easily know that, wow, this person has that thing called confidence. It's that inner strength that makes somebody radiant, that makes somebody stand out. It is that thing that when someone has it instantly spots the person out in a room full of people. Once it's there, and a lot of people are there, it's easy to notice who has confidence here. Okay, so now in the light of this description, what is the state of confidence? The state of confidence is something that you don't just get and keep it for life. It's something you need to find a way of summoning it up all the time. Okay, it's not something that you just get in one day and it rolls with you for life. It's something you summon up on a daily basis, on occasional basis, to make sure that this thing is there. Because things that will challenge your confidence will always exist. And your ability to overcome those things that challenge your confidence tells whether you have it or otherwise. All right? Now, it does not work in a way that people will think, you are clothed with it all the time. You may get to an environment where you seem to be losing your confidence. Okay, and that is why people who are experts in confidence management know that you always need to summon it. You always need to call it up whenever it is needed, and of course it's always needed. So it should be like a lifestyle for you. In the next few minutes, permit me, I will quickly run you through on 17 steps for developing self-confidence. And when you develop these things, it becomes easy to call it up whenever it's needed. All right, the first is that you need to identify your strength. Number one, identify your unique strengths. Recognize your unique talent, your skill, and your positive quality, and project them. Keep them, there in front. Always project them. All right, if you recognize them and work with them, others will also recognize them. But if you don't recognize your talent, your uniqueness, your skills, then people may hardly attach value to it. Number two, is to make sure you understand your personal values. If you understand your values and you maintain your values, that will go a long way helping you. It will help you to make decisions, know when to say no to a situation and when to say yes. Knowing your values is very, very important. It will help to guide your actions, your decisions. And when these things are well managed, it will lead to more confidence. All right? Number 3 is to recognize your triggers. That thing that triggers a challenge on your confidence. Identifying situations or thoughts that negatively impact your confidence is very, very important. If you develop strategies to overcoming them, then it will go a long way helping you. That thing that used to challenge your confidence and make you feel you are below who you are. If you identify those things, then you know how to manage. Let me tell you, for instance, I had this friend when I was growing up. This man supposed to be like a mentor to me, but he never believed in me. Alright, anytime he sees me and we are discussing and I'm trying to tell him my vision in life, he will want to find a way of talking down on my vision to make sure that I feel I am not there and I'm not getting it right. So my strategy in overcoming that is that anytime I come around him, I develop a tough skin. That whatever is going to tell me about my career, my vision, wouldn't mean so much to me. It won't hurt me. It won't make me feel somehow about him. I'll just prepared in my mind that this man doesn't see any good thing in me, and so I'm not going to engage him in a very long discussion. I could say yes to the point he's making, but that does not mean like I totally agree with him, but I just want to keep him that way so that I can keep pushing on. All right, so if you identify those triggers and you manage them very, very well, that will help you develop your self-confidence. You may be a student in university somehow, for instance, and you have this friend that always wants to talk down on you. He sees the clothes you're wearing and says, hey, how much did you buy this clothes? Well, I'm sure it's not an expensive one, it's not the original. I don't like buying fake things. That's basically trying to injure your confidence. So find a way of treating such friends. You could keep them at arm's length. All right? Then the 4th one is to challenge your negative thoughts. I mentioned earlier that confidence is a state of mind. So if that thought that comes occasionally to put forth self-doubt in you, try to challenge that thought and replace it with positive, affirmative, and encouraging self-thoughts. Tell yourself that you are the best. Tell yourself that you deserve the best. Alright, do not submit to the fact that you feel you are not there, that many others are better than you. You are actually a very unique person. You are wonderful and fearfully made by God. No one is like you. You are so unique, so special and individual. You are a very unique species. Check your thumbprint. Scientifically, it's been proven that no other person has similar thumbprint like you. That tells about your uniqueness. So appreciate who you are as a person, and then fight back every negative thought trying to make you feel that you are below who you are. You are a very special person. I'm sure you agree with that. The fifth one is to focus on progress instead of perfection. I've got some friends who are perfectionists. I feel for them sometimes because when they make mistakes, it's a big blow on them. For instance, you have proposed to someone for marriage and you're expecting a positive answer. I had that experience. If you have checked my video, you will share on marriages and how to handle no answer in marriage. All right, you have proposed to a lady and you're expecting a very positive answer, and then somehow it returns with a negative answer. How you receive it, how you treat it, tells a lot about your self-confidence. All right, if you're a very perfectionist person, then you could have a very challenge. A big challenge trying to manage such situations. But if you accept the fact that you are not perfect, probably your proposal it was born out of your self-feeling that is not perfect. Then you accept it that it's one of your imperfections and move on in life. Okay, so if you acknowledge your achievement, for instance, and then learn to learn how from your mistakes. Instead of dwelling on your mistakes, someone might have. There was this very bad case I managed. This young man, very brilliant, studying medicine and surgery first year, and then he wrote the exam, and in that school, if you fail one course, you repeat the whole first year. So he had a lot of good grades, A in many other courses, but in one particular physics course, he had F, and it became a very big blow on him. all right, to a point where he fell into depression. Depression comes when your self-confidence has been destroyed. So don't allow anything to destroy your self-confidence. Acknowledge your mistakes, learn from it. You can fail the exam. Failing exam or failing an interview or a test does not make you a failure. Perhaps it just shows that there are some lessons you need to learn, which you need to go and pick up and continue with life. And probably that experience could build you to become the best you are meant to be. The sixth one is to start small. Begin with small, manageable goals. Don't set for yourself high goals that you find difficult and struggle with it and trying to see whether you get there and until you fail. And then you start feeling that you are not good. So start with small goals. Appreciate the progress you make with those goals that are easy to achieve. And then if you do that, you start building momentum. Your confidence will start growing. Imagine, what happens to you when you do the things you love to do and you do them well? You feel good. Look at footballers, especially strikers. When they score goal, you see them celebrating. They feel good. They feel excited. They feel they are heroes. So do those things that can help you score that goal, that small goal, so that you feel like a hero within yourself. And of a truth, you're actually a hero, except you don't recognize it. If you do not recognize it, I'll put it to you that you're a hero. So believe in the hero in you, and others can also recognize it. But if you don't recognize the hero in you, it becomes difficult for others to recognize it. So start doing those small things you can achieve, and then your self-confidence will begin to soar. Your self-confidence will begin to grow. Your strength becomes stronger, and that will help to improve your being in yourself, that being in you, if you begin to achieve those small goals. All right. Number 7th thing I need to mention is the fact that you need to celebrate your success, no matter how small. I keep telling my friends that the best way of starting something is by starting, no matter how small. Those of us who know how to write computer programming, if you are drawing a flow chart and you draw that thing on top before the arrow, the first thing there in a standard flow chart in computer programming is start up button. And of course, if you are using any system, if you want to use any device, the first thing you do is to press the start button. So start, no matter how much small you are starting. All right, and when you succeed in that small beginning, celebrate it. Don't look down on your days of little beginning. Your beginning may look so little today, but your future can be greater than you ever imagined. Go and ask those who are heroes today. They started in a very small corner, and today the world is celebrating them. One day you too will be celebrated. Each one is to challenge yourself. Learn to challenge yourself, to go beyond your comfort zone. While you start small, push a little, something slightly above your current comfort zone. If you challenge yourself that you can do this, it can help you build a skill. And if you get it, that's more the next step. It helps to boost your confidence. And then the 9th one is to make sure you face your fears. Identify your fears and face them, even a little step. If the fear looks like a mountain, don't look at the mountain. Face the first step of that mountain. Take the first step on that mountain, then you have already started facing that challenge. What is the first thing you need to do here? Do that first thing, no matter how small. That's what we're saying. That is facing your step, your challenge, even with the small step. That will go a long way building what we call resilience, your ability to strike back when you are pushed down. All right, and that will build your confidence. The 10th one is to make sure you improve on your posture. Improve on the way you stand, for instance. Some people will want to, you stand before the public and you are standing like you are shy, you're standing like you are not there, you are not read, you are not like the right person that's supposed to stand here. Please stand boldly. All right, given any opportunity to stand. If you want to greet somebody, give the person a handshake and look straight into the person's eyes and say hello, not looking down like you are shy. That shows you're not confident. If, for instance, you come up for an interview and they ask you to sit down, and the recruiting manager or somebody in the panel offers you a handshake, look the person in the eyes and shake the person with a little smile. It shows that you have confidence. But if you look like you are shy, should I really shake you? I don't deserve it. You are beating yourself low. Okay? So give yourself that boost by taking the right posture. All right, stand tall. Don't be walking like you're going to collapse. Walk tall, walk smart. All right, you shake people, shake them, look at the eyeball, all right, and then with a little smile to show that, look, I don't have anything against you, I appreciate you. And then when you see something you appreciate in the next person, easily point it out. Don't look like you are not secure here. I see my fellow guys who dress well, and I say, oh boy, you look so handsome, you look so fine. That does not make any little of me. It shows confidence. All right, so when you see things that are good in others, admire it. It singles you out. That single action will boost your confidence, and then how others also perceive you, because issue of confidence has a lot to do with the way others perceive you. If you present yourself in a way that they perceive you that you don't have confidence, even if you think you have all the confidence in the world and the people around you see you otherwise, then you have no confidence, because they are the one that is going to estimate the level of your confidence. And how you do it is how you present yourself. And then learn also to improve on, learn new things. Try to learn new skill. Learning skill is key. Like I tell my students in economics that one of the things that can help you boost your confidence is to learn how to do analysis in economics. So what is that your profession? What is that your course? What is that your area? Learn the basic skills required there. My other brother is a professor in an area in medicine and surgery. And I love his confidence, and I bet you there was something he did that boosted his confidence. When he was in his year 4 of his program, he attached himself to a family doctor. Anytime he had a break from the university and he comes back home, he goes to his hospital, spends most of his time there reading and attending to patients, joining him into the theater and handling cases. I remember in his 50 or so, the man left a very busy hospital for him, and he attended to several kinds of cases. That boosted his confidence. So when he was doing his national youth service, immediately after graduation, it was easier for him to handle certain cases. Right, so build the necessary skill. Any skill related to your discipline, build that skill. That will go a long way, showing you as someone with great. It will boost your confidence. For instance, even if you graduate with third class, I don't advocate for it. I encourage you to strive for the best. But even if you graduate with the lowest grade in the university or any school where you are training, make sure you acquire the necessary skill. All right, and that is why I say you need to try something new. The number 12 is to make sure you spend time with supportive people. Take a moment to examine your circle of friends, your associates. How do they make you feel? Do they lift you up, or do they bring you down? Do they constantly judge you like you don't deserve where you are? Are you accepted for who you are? If not, please, you may need to change your circle of friends. All right? You may need to change your circle of friends. Okay? The people you spend time with, and that's it. So, spend time with supportive people. The people you spend time with, they influence your thoughts and your attitude about your own self more than you can, you actually realize. So, surround yourself with individuals who will lift you up, who will encourage you to be the best you are born to be. The 13th one is to make sure you practice what I call self-care. Take time to care for yourself. It's very, very important. All right, care for yourself physically. Your mental well-being is very, very important. Exercise, sleeping well, they are also good to help you take good care of yourself. Number 14 is to make sure you dress well. People address you the way you dress. Dress properly. And that is the point I want to make here. When you see many of these young people who are dressing so indecently, is a clear evidence of lack of self-confidence. I'm telling you, a clear evidence. You see a young lady, she's dressed up and she's exposing sensitive parts of her body. She's just trying to fill up that emptiness. Drop that thing, please. Dress up well. Go and boost your confidence. You will learn to dress properly. Otherwise, you sell cheap, thinking that that's your sex-appealing dress will boost your confidence. It actually betrays you. Or you see some guys who's supposed to dress up properly, and you see them trying to do things abnormal because they are trying to fight back that low self-esteem. Okay, so your dressing is very, very important. Number 15 is to make sure you volunteer where you can. All right, volunteering to help others around you is very, very important. Your act of kindness will boost your self-esteem. Okay, it makes you feel good, and that is the next point I want to mention to you. Number 16 is to make sure you strive to improve your self-esteem. Wait here. What is self-esteem? Now, if you go to market to buy something, maybe you want to buy a bottle of drink, and then it's somewhere you can bargain, and you ask for how much do you sell this drink, and they say they sell it $5. Okay, you say, all right, will you give me $3? Now, you're actually trying to put value on that drink, and then the other person is also trying to tell you the value he or she puts on the drink. So self-esteem is the fact that you are the one trying to put value on yourself. You are being asked, how much do you think you're worth? All right, so if you estimate yourself to have high value, then it will boost your confidence. If you estimate yourself to have low value, it will actually bring low your self-confidence. So be deliberate in estimating yourself high by telling yourself how good you are, appreciate who you are. All right, and then that is where I want to end with the 17th one, that you need to stop comparing yourself with others. That does not mean that you cannot learn from others, but you see, stop comparing yourself, how you look, with how others you see on social media look like. Sometimes a lot of things we see on social media are actually not real, they are fake. All right, they are fake, and so someone may be thinking, wow, what a life, and then you are not there. Okay, so don't compare yourself with others. Appreciate yourself for who you are. If you do, it will go a long way helping you. Or maybe you are somebody that compares yourself with the salary your colleagues are collecting or earning, and then you begin to feel that you are not there because you think they are living big and you are not. If you do that, you will be hitting yourself hard. Appreciate your level of income. All right, appreciate your level of income and be the best you can be. That does not mean if you have room to strive for the best or something higher, you wouldn't go for the best. But until that happens, appreciate where you are. You know, there is this social comparison theory that explains that making comparison is actually natural. You can't stop it, but it is likely not going to boost your self-confidence if you are not deliberate to make sure you maintain that your self-confidence. So it may even have the opposite effect. It may lower your self-confidence if you are not deliberate to recognize that, look, I'm already comparing myself with this person. Keep the person aside and be the best you are born to be, a unique person, like I said earlier. All right. And finally, I want to say to you that your confidence, your self-confidence, is one of the greatest assets you have. It is one of the greatest assets you have. Not just your money, not just your connections. Your self-confidence can bring that money. Your self-confidence can bring that connection. So be deliberate in developing your self-confidence and be deliberate to protect it. Anything fighting against it is something you need to stop. You know, I had this case. My children, they attended when he was in primary school, and then he was given an assignment to draw something, and then he came back. I was teaching him to draw himself because I know that will boost his confidence. Okay, I was teaching him to draw himself, and so he drew, and he made a very good attempt. I commended him, but he went to the school teacher scored him, rated him 1/10. 1/10. I wasn't comfortable. I had to go to that school. And I asked the teacher, when you were at the age of this boy, would you have drawn anything better? Because that thing you did is a blow on the confidence of this my son, and I don't want it. If you want to rate him at the level he is. Except the assignment is for me, then I will give you a better drawing. Alright? So learn to rate children at their level, so that you don't misrate them as a way of affecting their confidence. And in case you are here, you are someone who has employed someone, or you are working with younger colleagues, please be careful not to kill the confidence of your younger colleagues or your subordinates. If you boost their confidence, they can be the best they can be for you in your team. And on that note, I want to say a very big thank you for joining here, and God bless you. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. If you have subscribed or you have not subscribed, feel free to drop a nice comment. If you have learned anything from this discussion, drop your comment. If you have any question, put it there. I will likely address your question. I appreciate the time you have spent here, and I say very good. God bless you. Cheers. Your confidence is key. Preserve and protect it. God bless you.